Should we talk about ETH? ETH has been outperforming, and we've kind of just ignored it because both of us sort of hate it. Is there anything to say there? I don't have a view right now.
I mean, outperforming for sure, but really the outperformance has been, it was 1 week, right? The outperformance was really 1 week in the beginning of May 5th to May 12th. And ever since then, it's kind of just been like chopping around against Bitcoin. But what I will say is, look, as a trader, the chart looks good. It looks all right. Like if you look at it, it's really bottomed out. It's
which chart? ETH BTC or just
ETH BTC for like the first time in many, many, many months, and basically for the first time, in 3 years. I'm just taking a look at the weekly chart. It sort of recovered a level of previous breakdown, which to me suggests, look, people might think it's very good RR here, and I don't think that's wrong, right? Like, I don't think it's necessarily a wrong view to say, okay, well, it's gone down so much that it might be extremely good risk reward to punt it against Bitcoin. There's an easy stop out level. I'll stop out 20% below. I'm looking for it to rally 100% against BTC. It's just not a trade that I would take. And it's not a trade that I would take because I'm still seeing zero signs of ETH being able to deliver on anything. I mean, look, L2s are actually showing promise. Like, Base is doing well. Just to go back to virtuals for a second, they're doing very well on Base right now. They're generating activity. They're bringing money to Base right now because of this new Genesis launchpad that they've done, which is kind of like they kind of leaned in exactly to what you said, Jonah. Right? They said, okay, well, we're now focusing on being a launchpad, and if you launch with us, then you get access to all the other launches, right? So it's kind of like this. Come on,
you have to give the team credit. They do pivot well.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, they did a good job pivoting. Which, by the way, we need to check because apparently we have like a substantial amount of points that we got a lot of
points, and we have like my Phantom wallet for things linked to virtuals is like unusable. It's just a gazillion coins.
You mean okay. I guess you use Phantom. I use MetaMask, but it's fair.
You use MetaMask?
We need to.
Who's the boomer now, Avi?
Yeah, fuck. But yeah, we have a decent amount of these points. You should probably figure out what to do with them. If anyone on the virtual team is listening to this, let me know. But back to the main point. ETH is held up, right? Like, ETH held up, and so people are kind of taking it as a trade, but they haven't solved any of the core issues. So I'm still, I'm not really in short mode right now. I just don't think that's necessarily, it's not necessarily the right time to be in short mode, except for WorldCoin, which, I got squeezed on a little bit, but guys, it's going lower. I don't know what to tell you. This thing's going lower. Just don't get blown out. Don't get blown out on it, but I'm pretty confident in that one.
Oh, but Sam Altman, he's so important. You're going to want to scan your eyeballs. No, I don't buy it. It's going low.
Yes, you may in fact want to scan your eyeballs, and you may in fact buy an orb, and you may in fact do all of these things. But the issue is, if you go to WorldCoin, and you go to the fully diluted valuation of this thing, it's 14 billion, and the market cap is currently 2, and emissions are happening. You really think there are billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars coming in to go buy your WorldCoin bags? I mean, good enough for a squeeze, but it's going to get sold into. Anyway, I'm still not confident on ETH. One thing that's been a bit of a disappointment has been Barachain. There hasn't, I haven't really seen much uptake there. And as an investor, I don't want to talk. I'm not talking badly about it. I'm just saying it's been disappointing. Are
they going to start pivoting like virtuals? Are they going to?
I don't know. I have to call them and get up to date on their latest plans. I actually don't know, but it has been, it's been sad. It's been a little disappointing to see.
Well, I mean, yeah, now's the time with these types of projects when either they start ducking and weaving and trying to like come up with new use cases and product market fit, or they do nothing, which is obviously a sell, or they do like kind of what Friend Tech did, which is like points, airdrop, just like kind of like running on fumes, and then they die. So let's see. Hopefully, Barachain looks for some value and redirects the heading a little bit towards that value. Well, I don't know much about that ecosystem. The I'm more focused on just whatever's generating revenue on the DeFi Llama revenue dashboard, because that's the only objective framework that I can cling to right now for altcoin investing. And as far as like what you said earlier about you not ETH being up, but you not believing in it and not participating, I think that's a good reminder to everybody that in things like Barachain, Tau, ETH, like there may be money to be made, but it's okay if you aren't making it. Like there's just too much to focus on in crypto. You kind of have to direct your attention towards something that makes sense.
Yeah, look, Jonah's spot on. You have to pick your battles. That's what it is at the end of the day, and you have to focus on the things that really matter, which are the things that you have edge in. And if you feel like you don't have edge in a particular area, that's okay. You can try to generate it. Obviously, you can try to listen to this podcast, and hopefully, we'll be able to give you some direction on how to look at specific things. But the goal is for you to focus on where you have edge.
Nothing said on the 1000X podcast is a recommendation to buy or sell any investments or products. This podcast is for informational purposes only, and the views expressed by anyone on the show are solely their opinions, not financial advice or necessarily the views of Blockworks. Our hosts, guests, and the Blockworks team may hold positions in the company's funds or projects discussed.